Chapter 1. The Crispy Trap. At 72, Mrs. Thompson thought she had mastered the art of aging gracefully. Every morning, she settled into her favorite armchair with a steaming cup of coffee and, without fail, a plate of golden, crispy fried potatoes and a piece of fried chicken. It was a ritual she had cherished for decades, a little comfort she believed came without consequence. But comfort, as she would soon learn, can be deceptive. One Tuesday morning, after enjoying her usual breakfast, she felt a sudden, sharp pain in her chest. Her heart raced, her breath caught in her throat, and for the first time, she truly feared for her life. That day, a routine habit revealed itself as a silent, creeping danger. You see, fried foods aren't merely indulgences. They are stealthy saboteurs. Every bite of crispy, golden goodness carries hidden villains. Trans fats that harden your arteries, acrylamide that forms when starchy foods meet high heat, and advanced glycation end products, AGEs, that accelerate cellular aging. Alone, each poses a threat. Together, they wage a quiet war on your heart, blood vessels, and metabolism. The shock is not in the occasional indulgence. It's in the routine, the just another Tuesday approach that sneaks up over years, sometimes decades. For Mrs. Thompson, that plate of fried comfort was a tipping point, a stark reminder that what tastes good doesn't always do good. In the chapters ahead, we will uncover why fried foods have such a powerful grip on older adults, how they silently impact heart health, and most importantly, the practical, scientifically backed ways to reclaim your vitality without sacrificing flavor. By understanding the invisible dangers lurking in your favorite crispy treats, you'll take the first step toward a healthier, more resilient you. Chapter 2. Meet John, the reluctant fast food fan. If you walked into John Peterson's kitchen on any given morning, you'd find him humming along to an old Frank Sinatra tune while frying bacon or reaching for a bag of potato chips. At 68, John is the quintessential retired American man, charming, quick with a story, and unapologetically fond of his comfort foods. He loves the crispy crunch of fried chicken, the golden allure of French fries, and the irresistible pull of anything drenched in batter. John's love affair with fried food didn't start in retirement. It began decades ago, back when he was juggling long workdays, late-night shifts, and the stress of raising 2 kids. Fast food was convenient, satisfying, and, more importantly, affordable. Over time, the habit solidified. Even after retiring, the rhythm didn't change. Tuesday night pizza, Friday fried fish, Sunday brunch with bacon and hash browns. Fried food had woven itself into the very fabric of John's life. But as John aged, so did the consequences. He started noticing subtle signs. His energy levels dipped, his waistline crept upward, and short walks left him breathless. He shrugged them off as part of getting older, never realizing that the real culprit was not age itself, but decades of fried indulgences. What makes John's story particularly relatable and alarming is that he's far from alone. Across the United States, millions of older adults maintain similar routines, clinging to foods that are convenient, nostalgic, and downright comforting, while unknowingly risking heart disease, inflammation, and metabolic issues. In John, we see the face of a national trend. The retired, well-intentioned American who cherishes routine and flavor over nutritional wisdom. His journey is not one of blame, but of revelation. By following his story, we'll explore the tipping point where indulgence becomes hazard, and more importantly, how even lifelong habits can be transformed to preserve health, vitality, and independence. Chapter 3. The Hidden Culprits. By now, John had begun to suspect that his favorite foods were quietly conspiring against him. But the real shock came when he learned exactly how fried foods wreak havoc on the body, often without announcing their presence until the damage was well underway. Fried foods are deceptively simple, crispy, golden, and deeply satisfying. Yet behind that enticing crunch lies a complex biochemical assault. First, there are trans fats. Once celebrated for their shelf stability and flavor enhancement, trans fats are now infamous for their ability to raise bad LDL cholesterol and lower good HDL cholesterol. This imbalance quietly thickens arteries, setting the stage for heart disease and stroke. Then there's acrylamide, a chemical formed when starchy foods like potatoes are fried at high temperatures. Laboratory studies have linked acrylamide to cancer and oxidative stress, though its effects accumulate slowly over time, like a silent thief stealing decades of health. Finally, we encounter AGEs, advanced glycation end products. These compounds form when proteins or fats react with sugar during high-heat cooking. AGEs are notorious for accelerating cellular aging, promoting inflammation, and impairing organ function. In essence, every golden fry or battered piece of chicken delivers a microscopic dose of aging and damage. The twist? None of these effects are immediately visible. You don't feel the trans fats clogging your arteries or the AGEs subtly inflaming your joints. Symptoms like fatigue, high blood pressure, or insulin resistance creep in slowly, often disguised as just getting older. John realized that this was the real danger. Fried foods don't scream for attention. They lure you in with taste and nostalgia while quietly eroding your health. Understanding these hidden culprits. Chapter 4. Science to the rescue. After confronting the hidden dangers of fried foods, John felt a mix of shock and determination. The question that now consumed him was simple yet profound. How could he enjoy flavor without sacrificing his health? Fortunately, science offers a roadmap, and it's more practical than many imagine. First, let's talk about air frying and baking. Research from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health shows that reducing fried food intake to once or twice a month can significantly lower the risk of heart disease and inflammation. Air frying, baking, or roasting achieves the same crispy satisfaction with a fraction of trans fats and harmful compounds. For John, swapping deep-fried chicken for oven-baked chicken coated in herbs and a light breadcrumb mixture became a revelation. Next, there's the power of antioxidants. Foods rich in vitamins C and E, like bell peppers, berries, and leafy greens, help neutralize the oxidative stress caused by fried foods. Studies indicate that pairing even small amounts of these foods with meals can protect cells from damage and slow the aging process. John started keeping a colorful salad or a handful of berries alongside his main dishes, turning every plate into a mini armor for his heart and arteries. Then comes the importance of healthy fats. Avocado, olive oil, and fatty fish such as salmon replace harmful trans fats with heart-healthy monounsaturated and omega-3 fats. These fats support vascular health, reduce inflammation, and even improve brain function, essential considerations for anyone navigating the golden years. Finally, moderation and mindfulness are key. Science is clear. You don't have to eliminate indulgence entirely. By understanding portion sizes, cooking methods, and the nutritional value of what's on your plate, older adults can enjoy their favorite flavors without compromise. Chapter 5. Turning knowledge into action. Armed with the science, John realized that knowledge alone wasn't enough. He needed a practical plan, a roadmap to reshape his daily meals without feeling deprived. For older adults, the key is small, consistent changes, manageable steps that fit naturally into everyday life. Step 1. Rethink the cooking method. John traded deep frying for air frying, baking, or steaming. Oven-roasted vegetables with a light brush of olive oil became a favorite, delivering the crisp texture he loved without the artery-clogging fats. Chicken, once drenched in batter, found new life as herb-crusted baked fillets. Each swap retained flavor but dramatically cut harmful compounds. Step 2. Balance the plate. John started pairing each meal with antioxidant-rich foods. A handful of berries with breakfast, a colorful salad at lunch, or roasted bell peppers alongside dinner became his new normal. These foods act as cellular bodyguards, countering oxidative stress and helping protect his heart and joints. Step 3. Embrace healthy fats. Avocado slices, a drizzle of olive oil, and fatty fish replaced trans fats, supporting cardiovascular and brain health. John noticed subtle changes, more energy after meals, less bloating, and a renewed sense of well-being. Step 4. Practice portion mindfulness. John measured servings instead of relying on habit. He learned that satisfaction isn't in quantity alone. Flavor, texture, and a mindful approach to eating can make smaller portions feel indulgent. Finally, John tracked progress. Keeping a simple food journal allowed him to celebrate wins, identify triggers for unhealthy choices, and stay motivated. Over weeks, small changes compounded, creating a sustainable, enjoyable approach to eating. By approaching each meal as an opportunity to nourish rather than punish, John discovered a profound truth. Healthy eating doesn't have to be Chapter 6. Mary's Transformation. Mary Johnson, 70 years old, had spent most of her adult life in a familiar rhythm. Fried chicken on Fridays, French fries on Sundays, and a little deep-fried indulgence whenever she felt like treating herself. She was lively, charming, and fiercely independent, but beneath the surface, her heart and metabolism were quietly struggling. Her doctor had warned her about rising cholesterol and borderline high blood pressure, but the words never quite sank in. The turning point came one crisp autumn morning when Mary joined a local senior wellness workshop. There, she learned about the dangers of fried foods and the science-backed alternatives she had been ignoring. At first, the idea of changing decades-long habits felt overwhelming. Could she really give up her crispy comforts without feeling deprived? With guidance, Mary took small, deliberate steps. She swapped deep-fried chicken for baked, herb-crusted fillets and chose air-fried sweet potatoes over traditional fries. She began pairing her meals with vibrant vegetables and antioxidant-rich fruits, adding colors to her plate and life. Healthy fats, like avocado and salmon, gradually replaced the heavy oils she had relied on for decades. Within 3 months, the changes became tangible. Her cholesterol levels dropped, her blood pressure stabilized, and she shed a few pounds without drastic dieting. But more importantly, she felt lighter, more energetic, and in control. Walks around the neighborhood became enjoyable rather than exhausting, and she rediscovered the joy of cooking creatively, experimenting with flavors she had never considered. Mary's story is not extraordinary because she achieved the impossible. It's extraordinary because she embraced intentional, informed choices. She demonstrates that age is not a barrier to transformation. With the right knowledge, tools, and mindset, even lifelong habits can evolve toward health and vitality. Her journey illustrates a powerful truth. Small, consistent steps, guided by science and executed with care, can produce remarkable results. In the next chapter, we'll distill these lessons into a clear conclusion and actionable call to action, showing that everyone has the power to reclaim their health. Chapter 7. Your next step. As John and Mary's stories show, fried foods may seem innocent, even comforting, but they quietly erode our health over time. The choice isn't between joy and wellness. It's about informed decisions that protect your heart, your arteries, and your independence. Here's the truth. Every meal is an opportunity. Every plate can be a chance to nourish your body, not just satisfy a craving. By swapping deep-fried items for baked, air-fried, or roasted alternatives, pairing meals with colorful vegetables, and choosing healthy fats, older adults can reclaim control over their health without sacrificing flavor. The transformation isn't immediate. It's gradual, but it is profound. Just like Mary experienced, small, deliberate steps can lead to measurable improvements in cholesterol, blood pressure, energy levels, and even mood. Health, it turns out, is a series of intentional choices stacked day by day. So here's your call to action. Start today. Pick one meal this week and make it fried-free. Choose an air-fried or baked option. Add a handful of berries or a side of roasted vegetables. Observe how your body responds and let that small success fuel the next choice. Remember, age is not a barrier. It's an invitation to take ownership, to experiment, and to savor life fully while protecting the body you've carried through decades of experiences. Fried foods don't have to vanish forever, but awareness, moderation, and smarter cooking methods are the keys to enjoying them safely. Your journey starts here, one meal at a time. Embrace the knowledge, take the first step, and give yourself the gift of longevity, vitality, and true culinary enjoyment. Because living well isn't a luxury, it's your right.